Good morning, it's Tuesday and we're doing math lesson 19, factors and prime numbers. Now factors are what numbers are multiplied together to get to the product. And factors are the numbers that go into that product evenly. Because when we get a little bit further down the math line here, we have, numbers that aren't whole numbers, numbers that are a number and a fraction or a number and a decimal. So if we think about the one that they use, are 2 times 3 is 6, and 1 times 6 equals 6. And to illustrate that a factor goes into a number evenly is if we draw a picture of what 2 times 3 is, we might draw it like this. 2 rows of 3 boxes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 rows by 3 columns. If we do this one, it'd be 1 row by 6 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1 by 6 equals 6. We couldn't have 2 and 5 or 2 and something like that, because I'm trying to equal 6. I don't want a short row and then a longer row kind of thing. This would be 2 by 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, wait a minute, no, I can't even determine how many columns this is. I got an empty spot there. It's only when you come up with a legitimate rectangle, no matter if it's long and skinny or shorter and squattier, as long as it comes out to a perfect rectangle, then we know that those factors are truly factors, meaning they go into the number evenly. Okay, the next thing that we talk about is what prime numbers are. And they give you a nice list on page, 101, and they give you the first several counting numbers. They go a little bit further. And then they list the factors of those. So what times what is going to equal this? Now, 1 times 1 would equal 1, but if you've already listed it, you don't list it twice. So here's the number, here are the factors. That would be 1. 2, what times what is 2? Well, just by itself, 2 times 1. Okay, but that's still 2 factors, 1 and 2. 3 has 1 and 3. 4 has 1 and 4, but it also has 2, and again, you only list it once if it's multiplied by itself. 5 is 1 and 5. 6 is 1 and 6, but I could fill that in with 2 and 3 as well. So it's got 4 factors. All right? 7 is 1 and 7. 8 is 1 and 8, plus 2 and 4 are all in there. And then I have 9. Now, even though that's odd, and right now the odd ones only have had 2, I have 1 and 9, but I also have 3 times 3, which I only list once. Now, specifically, a prime number is one that has exactly 2 factors. So 1 does not have 2. It's not prime. 2 is prime. It has exactly 2 factors. And it turns out it's the only even prime number. All right, so that one's prime. 2 factors, prime. Oh, 3 factors, that one's out. Prime, nope, prime, nope, and nope. Do you know what the next prime number would be? Not 10, it's even, because the only even prime number is 2. So then what about 11? Only 1 and 11 go into 11, so 11 would be. 12, no, it's got a lot of factors. 13, there's only 1 and 13, that would be prime. But then moving on to 15, 15 has a 5 and a 3, so that wouldn't be prime. And in each one of these that aren't prime, You can make more than one rectangle with them. So let's take the 8 for example. 1 and 8, so 1 by 8. The 2 and the 4, 2 by 4. The 1, 3, and 9, we got the 1 split up 9 times. I'm sure I didn't do that correctly, but then 3 by 3 we could do. It should be written as a square, but you get it, 3 by 3. Okay? Prime, you have to only have, not less and not more, 2 factors. Okay? That's pretty much it for that. Let's look at the practice set a moment. Again, what I'll do is I will tell you what practice set numbers to do and then give you tell you to pause and I'll give you the answers. So why don't you do C, F, I, and L. C, F, I, and L. And pause the video right now. Pause. Okay, now that you've started up again, the factors for C, which is 16, are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Don't forget the 1 and the 16. Okay, and then F, which of the numbers in this group are prime? And it would be 31, because 32 is even, and 33, 11 can go into. Remember, always a double number. And then I, which is not a prime number, okay? 51 is not a prime number. When you get back to class, make sure that you ask me. There's a special little trick to finding out if it's prime or not, especially for bigger numbers. And then L, it says, how can you make 18 basically into just a bunch of prime numbers? What you would do there for L, if you go 18, you go, what times what is 18? And you could say, well, how about 6 times 3? And then if either of those are prime, you circle it and you're done. Well, 3 is prime, 6 isn't. So I can split that one up into what? 2 times 3. Okay? Those are both prime, we're done. So in the end, I write as 2, I'll use the dot for the times 3 times 3. Okay, that would be your answer for L. All right? Let me know if you have any questions, especially during the Google Meet time.